Mosquitoes. Hello, Grinch. Yeah, I'm just making this live to answer questions from anybody, take suggestions for content, and it looks like you're the first person who's joined. Well, I basically I've started making these just to kind of have discussions with people, answer questions and stuff. Um, Also, I'm really like trying really hard to get the requirement met for 4,000 watch hours. So sometimes the streams kind of help that too. But yeah. Uh, Hello, Alexandra. Yeah, so I'm just kind of answering people's questions, and it's interesting because it says there's only oh, now there's 9 people in. Yeah, so this is just like for fans or people who watch my videos to ask anything. Grinch is ready for the holidays, I guess. Yeah, so feel free to ask anything. I went yesterday to the skate park for the first time because I know I have some people that like the skateboarding content I have. It was just all scooter kids. There was no skateboarders. Hello, Javier. Yeah, so no, that's fine. Yeah, so feel free to ask anything. I'm really trying to get the channel more family life AMS. I'm not sure what AMS stands for. But yeah, I'm back in Florida for a while. I was traveling a lot. I plan to go back to Brazil. Awesome. Yeah, thanks guys. I think the lives are really helpful for getting people more involved with the channel. And yeah, I like to answer anybody's questions and just kind of AMS means Angelisa. Oh, okay. So I'm in the closest city would be Sarasota. I'm like an hour south of Sarasota, and yeah, I've basically my mom lives here, and so I'm visiting her right now for the holidays. Usually, I travel around. I spend a lot of time in South America, but I'm American. But oh, thank you. I'm American, but I really like to travel a lot because the cost of living is just super high here. And I used to go to Colombia a lot. I made some other videos about that. I stayed in Medellin for a few months last year. That was where I used to go a lot. I would spend, because they give you 3 months as a tourist, and then you can extend for 6 months. But usually I would stay like around 3 months there. I tried to extend to 6 months, but I didn't do it correctly, and I got in trouble for that because then I tried to leave, and they said, "Oh, where's your extension paperwork?" And I didn't fill out the right paperwork. So yeah, so now I've been going to Brazil lately because I like the people there. They're very like open, I guess. They're not really as sometimes I feel in the US like there's more stress People are more like kind of just really focused on work or really stressed out with the cost of living and stuff. International laws. Yeah, I mean, although I think that since I've traveled outside the US, there's a lot more freedom in other places actually, where like you're not gonna get in trouble for, speeding in other places. Like I've the U.S. is the only place I know of where you get a speeding ticket. um, yeah, I just been traveling a lot, and I've been trying to. I'd like to eventually go full time on YouTube, but right now I don't have. I'm not really at that level yet. So at 3 a.m. I'm going to Sacramento. Well, what's in Sacramento? I was there a few months ago. I took a trip out there, and it's pretty nice in like the springtime when the colors are changing and stuff. Uh, yeah, but I usually split time between Florida and just traveling around. But so yeah, if anybody, it looks like maybe some people in this stream are newer viewers, but I also have some other viewers that maybe watched some of my vlogs a while ago. Nice. Yeah, that's why I'm in Florida now, is just to hang out at my mom's place. But it's always better to be around for Thanksgiving, be with family instead of being on my own. Yeah, does anybody else got questions or anything? Feel free to let me know. In Florida, the weather right now is really nice. It's probably the best time of year to be in Florida. Because we don't get snow in the winter, obviously, but a lot of times it's just perfect weather. You really don't want to be here in the summertime because it's way, way, way too hot. Right now, it's like perfect weather, I would say. It's been some of the nicest days that I've seen in a while around here. It was really hot for October and November. It was really weird. It was like just extremely hot. Just even last week, or like maybe a little bit more than a week ago, it was really hot out during the day. I'm like, oh man, it's really strange. Wildwood, Florida. I'm not sure I know Wildwood. Yeah, I know. Obviously, I know Clearwater. Um, yeah, I think the cooler weather in Florida is so nice because it's cooler, but it's not like cold enough that it's uncomfortable, to go outside. It's just really nice. This is definitely the best weather I've seen here in a while. So I was also here during the summertime for a little bit, and it was just miserable. But now it's like the perfect kind of weather, which is why people all come to Florida. A lot of people anyway from Ohio and like New York come here for winter break. Where I live was a pretty popular destination for college kids for spring break and winter break. But now, since what sport do I like? Definitely skateboarding. Although now, I kind of, if I have the choice, I would prefer to surf more so because my back is a little bit fried now because I've had 2 surgeries. But I was really enthusiastic about skateboarding when I was younger. Excuse me. Now I'm more, yeah, I would say more into surfing. I really enjoy that. Also hiking, and yeah, I would say that's probably surfing and hiking are my favorites if you consider hiking a sport. Also skiing, but I'm not usually in a ski area. Yeah, I definitely, yeah, I was really into skateboarding in high school, but now I'm almost 30, so I'm kind of not as not as spry as I was. So, but I still try to do a little bit. Let's see what else. I used to play baseball a long time ago, but it's been a while. Yeah, what was I saying? I guess it is really nice here in Florida, but with a group called Active. I'll look that up. Active skate team. Oh, huh. Active ride shop. Interesting. Yeah, when I skated, I was I tried to like get to be flow at one point. I attempted to, but I never quite got, I would say, good enough to really be like taking it seriously or for a living. But now I think the level of skateboarding is so high that it's just ridiculous. You have a lot of people that are, doing, I can't even comprehend some of the stuff kids are doing now. And like younger kids are really good too. I started when I was around 12, and then I skated from 12 to 15, and I had a bit of an injury where I just decided after a while I wasn't really worth it. I had like a ruptured disc. I actually had a surgery when I was like pretty young. So then I stopped like around sophomore year of high school. I skated from like seventh grade to like sophomore year, and then I didn't really skate again until I was like early 20s, like maybe 22. So I took like 7 years off of not really doing it too much. But then, oh wow, yeah, that's pretty early. I started again at 22, and then I was really into it again until around like 27, and then I kind of slowed down again because I had a second surgery on my back as well. So I kind of just I'm just not as like intense about it now because I have to be aware of my back because I have basically like one of the discs is just not there anymore since it was ruptured and they took it out. But I have like a fusion, my S4, and I'm trying to even remember now what it was, like the L4 and S1 or something are fused. But yeah, so now I really like, I would say probably my favorite thing to do is like really long hikes and camping trips. I just did one in California a few months ago. And that was a really good time. I went to oh, hi, Ben. Ben is a big viewer of mine. He's and engages a lot with my videos. So yeah, thanks for joining. Just started this to do some answering questions and stuff, and I didn't really realize how the live stream works. I guess that they also will show up like in the shorts feed, and then you can get new viewers too. So that's kind of a good way to build a channel. Yeah, I was never so good on a bike, but yeah, hiking, some of the mountain biking and stuff I see is insane. Um, yeah, but I did a hike that was in Humboldt County a few months ago. It's called like the Fern Canyon Loop or something. It was like about, I think in total, like 12 miles, and it was just unbelievable. It was like a full day hike, and it started early and just finished like right when it was getting dark. And it was a huge, like a lot of elevation gain, going through some really interesting uh, parts of the forest. But yeah, it's probably my favorite place to go hiking. But yeah, so what else do I do? Yeah, I used to be really into music production. I still do some, but just not as much because the kind of community that I was a part of on SoundCloud, like kind of a beat making community, making kind of like I don't know how to describe exactly, like kind of like trap beats, but kind of different, like style, not like EDM so much, but more kind of like lo-fi and stuff, I guess. I don't have siblings, no. There's only child. But yeah, I started off. I was trying to pursue that like for a living. My dad and sister bike up with him out. Yeah, I don't know how you manage in some terrain with a BMX bike. It'd be too much, I think. Yeah, I see some of those mountain biking videos are like just ridiculous. Um, yeah, but I was originally pursuing music professionally. I tried to for a few years or several years, excuse me, and I started like freshman year of college, and I took some classes and stuff like audio production, um, and then I really like worked at it for from like probably 19 to like 25. I was really intense about it, like trying to make actual living from music. But then I just sort of like lost a little bit of the drive for that, um, and so now I'm just kind of I still do it. I still post some on Spotify, but I don't really like have the same sort of intensity about it as I used to. I kind of enjoy YouTube a little more now because it's, I guess, more kind of personal, and get some get some people to have discussions about different topics. I think is interesting. So yeah, I guess maybe not the most exciting live stream, but just trying to trying to start doing some other stuff. So what I started making was like trap or like different kind of beats. Like I was really into electronic music for a while. Um, doing like not just trap, but different types of like house music or techno, um, different kinds like bass music, stuff like that. Um, I was always a big fan of 90s alternative. I mostly listen to like alternative rock, rap, and like electronic, probably. Um, Now I kind of just, I guess I'm not really as picky with music, but sometimes I have a hard time like finding stuff I really like. Because some of the style of music now is just a little bit like more commercialized or something. I don't know how to explain it. I kind of like some of like what Machine Gun Kelly has done, or like some of his alternative stuff, but it's like a little bit too, I don't know, like maybe poppy or not really as like um, not as good to me as some of the classic bands I used to listen to. Is I used to really like bands like Sum 41, like Blink 182 when I was younger. I don't think he's quite like them, but kind of a similar style. Favorite rapper? I would say it was Kendrick Lamar at one point for sure. His older album, like Good Kid, Mad City, I really liked. But his newer stuff, I'm not really as big a fan of. Ever watch any videos from channel Smiles for Miles? Uh, oh, um, I don't think I've heard of that channel before. Um, but I have heard of that actually a lot, unfortunately, of people that work in a like setting where they're around drugs a lot. Like, obviously an RN, a nurse would be in a hospital and have access to it. So then I can see how that's more of like a danger zone for them to get hooked on stuff. Um, yeah, when I was younger, I was all about like Blink 182, Sum 41, like Yellow Card, Smashing Pumpkins, yeah, groups like that. I like some other ones like Vertical Horizon. I really liked a lot of the '90s all like some of the pop punk stuff and some, yeah, there's a lot of stuff from the '90s I really liked. Um, Another rapper I liked a lot was Vinny Paz from Jedi Mind Tricks. Gangstar was really good. Yeah, I feel like I need to kind of get more into music again. Kind of when I was younger, I was so intense about like finding new music all the time. I would just be on like searching it out, looking for better rappers or better whatever. And now I kind of like don't search as much for it, but I would like to get a little bit more into it again. I'm gonna be 30 in a few months. That seems unbelievable. Um, so what else? I started doing. Originally, my YouTube channel was just like little skate clips from the park. I was just kind of bored, and now they have like the new short format. Where when I was younger, and I used to have a skateboarding channel a long time ago. It was called Read the King when I was in like seventh grade, so in 2008, and it was got to be, I wouldn't say like a big channel, but there were definitely like a lot of people were like super into watching like the kind of amateur skate clips and stuff back then. I remember I met up with some people like I knew from YouTube at Woodward. Yeah, it was back from like 2008, like 2010 or so. I had a skate channel, and so then just like a few years ago, I thought, oh, I'll just post a couple skate clips again, and then a couple of them like did really well because the shorts kind of get more views, I guess. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. That you can really get some views from just these little short skate clips, and I just started posting stuff if I was in Colombia or something or in these different places. And but then I started doing also more like vlogs and talking about like personal experiences and stuff. Looks like I only got one person left in here. Yeah, but guess I should come up with some better ideas for the lives. I tried to do a skate park one yesterday, but wasn't really much going on there. It was just a few kids on scooters. That was it. So, yeah, I actually really like scary movies. That's probably my favorite genre. Do I have much damage from absolutely. In fact, you probably see some of the some of my older videos. I know I post a lot of shorts, so it might kind of get buried in your subscriptions or something. But if some of my videos I have up from the island, yeah, you can see at my mom's house was flooded. It flooded really badly, but now it's like getting back to normal. Um, but yeah, it was pretty bad for a while. There's a lot of sand and stuff that washed up, and a lot of people's places got flooded. Um, yeah, about scary movies, I would say one of my favorite horror movies is called Martyrs, which is a French movie. It's very, very definitely. It's like psychological horror. That's what is. I think is really it's like really it's a heavy movie, but it's like very well done. I really like the director. Really did a good job. Let's see. Um, I guess I've answered all questions so far. And I guess I should. Yeah. What are some good ideas maybe I should do for the lives of like maybe. Yeah, I tried doing the skate park one, but it was just wasn't really too exciting because there's no one there except for a few scooters. But yeah, some different kind of things to maybe make a little more exciting stream than just me talking, I guess. I don't know. Um, okay, so let's see. All right, so what else is there? I don't know. I guess I'm kind of running out of content here. Hmm. Well, let me think. I'm kind of running out of ideas here. I guess I'm a little bit boring. Um, sometime you should do a video about. Oh yeah. Well, the island is it's really, very small. Only about 1,000 people live here full time. Uh maybe like around 2,000 that are seasonal. But it's a nice place. It's beautiful, but there's not really anything happening. Especially now since the storm, there's not really anyone here, so like look at the beach and stuff. Sometimes there's some surf, but not really very often. Just we have like a storm, there's some surfing. There's not really that much like uh, activity, I guess. It's not really. It's kind of the place for people to go to get away. Like get into an isolated place. Like some people that are like actors and stuff. Some kind of famous people will come here because they just don't want to be around, any kind of people, or it's pretty isolated. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, it is a nice place, but it's not really not a lot to see, I guess. I don't know what I would do. And your cousins in Sacramento, or was that somebody else who said they're going to Sacramento? Mm. Yeah, I was thinking of moving out to California at one point to uh, Redding, the name of this. I guess some people in California don't even know where Redding is. It's in the northern part around Mount Shasta. I really, really like that town a lot. It really had, I thought, a pretty cool vibe. But then when I got to kind of know it a little more and hear some stories from people, they were saying like, oh, it's we have a really, really big problem with homeless and like meth, especially like a big meth problem in Redding. And as somebody that's kind of, in my past, I've had, some issues, not really with meth, but just drugs in general. So I'm like, well, I don't want to put myself in a situation where, it could not be a good situation if you're just around like too many drugs, I suppose. So, but I mainly heard that some of the homeless will get really aggressive there, and so I was like, oh well, yeah, I don't really want to deal with too much of issues with homeless people that are not pleasant. I used to live in Seattle. I know my. I guess that's. I don't think that's my business really. um, case of emergency, do you have? Yeah, there's a clinic, but it's not like really comprehensive. Like if somebody had really like major problem that they had to deal with, usually they'd have to have a helicopter take them to Sarasota, is the closest like trauma facility if somebody had like a really bad incident. There is a health clinic here, but it's not. It doesn't have very comprehensive services. But let's see what other what else I have to share. I guess I'm a little bit of a boring person. I guess I don't know. um, yeah, originally on YouTube, it used to be my dream car. Um, ooh, I don't know about that one. Maybe dream car for me. I don't know. I mean, I like the looks of certain sports cars, but like a Porsche or something like that, but they're really low to the ground. So, oh no, I know. I like Infinities. Infinities are nice cars. I'd maybe get like a really sleek Infinity SUV if I had the money for it. Um, I don't know. All right, so what else here? Trying to think of yeah, I guess I should probably try to work on making a bit more exciting live streams. But any other questions or anything? I'm just so yeah, Supras are nice too. But so yes, my channel is like kind of a mix for people that don't know, just vlogs about like my life experiences and like skate clips. I also have some like travel videos too that I do. It's just kind of a mix of stuff, so feel free to check it out. Any other questions or just write down? Yeah, I think I do need to come up with some better ideas, because I mean a lot of my videos are just me talking like this, but I'm sure people that aren't really familiar with the channel, they don't know me or really have a connection to the other videos, they might think it's a little bit just kind of boring to listen to me and talking on the stream for a while. But that's why I thought maybe doing a skate park video. Yesterday when I tried doing that, it didn't really do so well. There wasn't really much going on at the park, so well, yeah, feel free to tune in. I'm glad that there are some people watching. I was expecting pretty much to be talking to myself. But I'm gonna try doing these, more often, try to get the engagement up. Thanks. I hope so, man. I've been trying to uh, make YouTube more of a full-time thing, because I've been struggling as I haven't been employed for a while, so I'm trying to figure something out. But anyway, yeah, thanks everybody for watching. I guess I'm gonna go get something to eat for lunch, but thanks everybody.